Guys, make sure your mics are like 2 fists away from your
You're gonna have to do that.
You lot love that.
No, that's what you do, innit?
Yeah.
Salad tossing.
Yeah. You love it. Am I gonna have to hold
Do it again.
So you love it?
No, you won't.
I said you lot love it.
No, because that's what you have to do.
Okay, cool.
That's what I thought I heard. That's why I
Let me see you do it.
I don't need to because I've done it.
Let me see you do your 2 fists.
Let me see you do it.
That's what the thing is, and I'll be like, oh my god, it's me. Good morning. Bro, I hear that. We are back again.
Yes, we are here.
Let me jump, you know.
My days.
Episode 27. 27, you know.
27.
I'm here, guys. We're here with another 2 special guests. Introduce yourself, ladies.
I'm Jetz.
And I'm gonna ask, is that your real name?
Yes.
Is that the government name, Jetz?
With an S or a Z?
Actually is as well.
With a Z.
Madness.
Edgy.
I'm Jay.
And Jay, so here with Jetz and Jay, man. Big
Jetz and Jay.
AKA Miss Bridgerton.
That sounds like a bar, innit? I'm here with Jetz and Jay. Everything's okay.
Yeah, man. How are you guys? You guys alright?
Yeah,
right?
thank you. Are you?
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Hi. High on life.
Hi.
High on life. But what do you guys do? What do you guys...
I work for the NHS, so...
It's Thursday as well.
Thursday.
Bun Morris. Go on, sorry.
in hospital pharmacy.
Yeah.
So you're a drug dealer?
I'm a legal drug dealer.
She deals drugs. Don't tell me that.
Promethazine.
My shit's sold.
And Jay, what do you do?
I am a freelance assistant director.
Blood clean.
Okay, where?
Well, freelance, so like right now, what am I working with right now? Well, right now I'm working on a TV show,
You're
but
not allowed
like
to say.
previously,
Are you allowed to
yeah.
say?
So I've signed an NDA, so I can't talk about what I'm working on right now.
Okay,
But previously, I literally just finished with Disney last month. Yeah, and then Netflix. I worked at the BBC. Yeah.
Oh, so you
Yeah. That's a period.
Wow. I live in 5 up.
I got the
What about me? Wait. I want one too.
So can we talk about why they call you Miss Bridgerton?
Oh gosh, okay. That's so jokes. So like my first ever job in the industry was actually like on a Netflix show, and I didn't know what I was working on.
Okay, yeah.
And Bridgerton was obviously like a new series, so like nobody like knew what it was. And fast forward to, I work with crowd, so I work with the background people. So we set the background, like all of that, so that looks natural and like good vibes.
Okay.
And like I was at base, like paperwork and all that stuff, admin. And then they were like, one of the guys didn't show up, and I'm just like, sugar, like let's try and find a replacement. The director was like, no, we kind of need like a size 6 black woman. I was just like, rah, that sounded a lot like me.
Yeah.
And then they were like, do you want to do it? I said, not really, but if you really need me, I'll do it. And then the director called me, I was just like, okay, cool, like I have to do it. So I did it, I dressed up, and it was like a featured role. So I did it the one time, then they were like, continuity, can you do it again? I just ended up doing it every single time they needed her. And then the producer was just like, there was a line meant for somebody else, but because they made me do it, they're like, you can have it. And then so I was cast number 108. Second episode, like 5 minutes in, there's my line.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fine.
Which episode?
Second episode, like about 5 minutes in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm after work.
There's another one though. There's another bit.
No, I made most of it, but like that's when I had my line.
So before you were
yeah.
doing all like the admin side for like the people in the background.
Yeah,
you know, like,
more like helping like book background or like but on set setting background.
So is that the people that like walk by when it's like a scene in the street?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I always
Wait,
think that. I'm like, how did
what
they
was your line? What was your line?
It has arrived, Your Majesty.
Wait.
No.
You can't be right now, man. Duh. No, that's sick though. But that is,
Your Majesty.
That is good, man.
Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
It is right, Your Majesty.
Majesty.
Yeah, just like that. See, that's it.
I want to be.
Listen, I've got you. If you need to be on TV, I got you.
Listen,
Yeah, I'll book people.
Swear to God.
Yeah, I put background.
Can I
I got my
get
brothers in
a
it.
job, please?
What?
Listen, I'm telling
Listen,
you.
me and you are
don't
talking
worry.
after this.
Yeah, listen. For real.
I want to be on camera.
Do you know what I want to be?
It's actually quite easy.
What, can you get into like the main things as well?
See, the main thing, that's where I kind of like drop out. But if you're good enough, you never know who's watching.
I see.
Do you know what? Yeah, I want to be on
Chat,
something
for real.
like kidulthood or adulthood. You know that scene in adulthood. I chat to you, you chat to me. What you nervous for? What you nervous for?
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's his audition is.
My name's Javon.
Nowhere, fam.
So what fueled you both to take the path you did? So
No, but
Go
I
on,
wanna-
Jetz.
I wanna
What
do
did
that.
I what?
wanna-
what fueled you to take the path?
Yeah.
I kind of just like ended up just doing it because like I couldn't find a job with my degree, so it's not related. But
What
then
degree is that?
I did forensic psychology.
Wow, you've got
but
a
I
I,
end up in pharmacy.
yeah, but I found out recently that there's a forensic pharmacy, so I'm
Mad.
gonna look into that. Working with the criminal justice system. Yeah.
No, but how
Shout
do
me.
you? You're brainy, innit? How do you go from?
Not
Because
just a
pharmacy is
pretty
not.
face.
No,
I don't
pharmacy
just
is
look
not easy. You know?
good.
That's a whole degree in itself. You know?
Pharmaceutical
Pharmacy's
thing.
not great. It's really political.
Yeah, so so's every job, man.
But it's just like, I don't know, it's like, yeah, you have to know a lot about what the drug does in the body. There's a lot to it. Like, people think it's
I would
just
hope so.
sticking a label on a drug and giving it out. No,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
been so many,
Knowledge behind
like,
it.
discrepancies, And there's, like, you know, Schedule 2s and stuff, like,
Can I ask a
control
question?
drugs.
What's your thoughts on the vaccine?
Oh,
Careful now.
I think
Don't
like
wanna get this
they're
thing
not
blacklisted.
they're not really letting people have a choice because they're saying that you kind of need to do it like or to have it when you want to travel or you want to go to like big events. I have had mine though.
Okay, but Jetz, what's your opinion on the vaccine?
I think it's like subjective. So I mean,
talking like a politician, right?
I think it's well like.
Do you believe the hype or are you against it?
Do you know what? I only got it to travel, so I'd say
She didn't answer
I'd
it,
say
though. She
no
didn't
wait.
answer it.
So I'd say don't get it if you don't want to get it. Like I wouldn't have got it otherwise. As in, I
Okay.
wouldn't have
Have you
because
had
I
both?
never got COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did. Yeah.
But is it compulsory
listen.
for all like NHS staff to have the
It's
vaccine?
no offense. It's frowned upon. Like when I didn't want to have it done, people kind of like.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. My
Yeah,
girl
yeah.
said that like when they asked her when it was her time, they was like, "Well, you're not gonna get done." Like,
Yeah,
imagine
that's,
sideways,
yeah,
innit?
that's what
It's
happened to
true
me.
though, you know. Imagine I was talking to one of the partners at work today. He's like, "Oh yeah, I had my vaccine the other day, but I didn't get the Pfizer one. I got the other one, and I was knocked out for 2 weeks, mate." I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "He's like, when you getting yours?" I was like, "Oh, I got my text the other day, but like, I'm still thinking about
You got the text the other day as well.
Yeah, I got
mine
mine
yesterday still.
Sorry, I said
I'm not had a text, you know.
Me neither. They don't care about me.
Okay,
They're doing it in
Still
like
you, innit?
phases. So like obviously everyone that's got more vulnerable goes first, and then
Okay.
Oh, it's because I had it. innit? I had COVID. That's
I
why.
did as well. We had it at the same time.
I'm not vulnerable.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, for real.
Maybe I am.
mad,
Maybe
innit?
this something they told me. You know,
Alright,
words.
man.
That's scary. I hope it's not something they ain't told you.
Yeah,
That's mad still.
Need to let me know.
What made you get into the whole that department of
That's what I was gonna ask. As well.
Oh.
Go ahead, hit us.
Go ahead,
So
girl.
it was actually, I feel like I've always been a really creative person.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, like I used to do YouTube.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
A couple
yeah.
bars and that, yeah.
Yeah,
Is your channel still up?
How old are you, if you don't mind asking?
I'm 24, 23, 24
Okay.
like next month or something.
Okay, cool.
So you're
Yeah.
23.
Because when you said back in the day, I was thinking, hold on,
Back in the day,
back in the day, you don't
No,
look-
back in
Channel
the day,
U
like
and that.
college, like 7 years ago.
Okay, yeah, she's on quick like everyone else. does.
So I chose really creative subjects like A levels, and like media was one of them. And like I did so well in media. I think I got an A, and then my exam paper was used as an exam. What's it called? Exemplar.
Swear down.
So I'm
And
just
this
like,
is why
I'm really
you're
good at
Miss Bridgerton.
media.
Bridgerton.
Yeah.
No, that's calm. That's calm.
Bridge ton up.
Listen, I like that. No, yeah, so I was like, I'm good at media. Let me look into it. So yeah, so I went to uni and I did television and digital media production, and then
And then just took you down that road from there.
like
That's
6
wicked,
months
man.
after uni, that's when I got the job on Netflix. I was just like, man,
Yeah,
maybe I am good
do
at
you know,
this, you know?
Yeah, do you know? I love
Yeah.
that you've done what you love.
No, 100,
Yeah,
100,
for real.
100.
Stuck with it. You actually went for what you like to do.
Because
No,
that's the
100%.
thing. Some people will do what they like, study what they study in uni, and then they leave uni, can't get a job in what they want,
Yeah.
and they end up working in something completely the opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But the fact that you're there, no, that's sick. Big you up for that, man.
Yeah, no, I was
I heard that.
All right, so I got a question for you. Like, Why do you feel like the women of this generation are underwhelmed by men these days?
Because they're just not giving enough.
Really? What do you mean by that?
The energy's just not there.
In what sense? Elaborate.
Okay, so I feel like
Expand.
okay, so I feel like as a girl, anyways, from my experience,
woman.
our experience, I would say,
woman.
when you walk into a place, okay, there's like bare guys, everyone's trying to chat to you respectfully, and it's like, who's coming with the right energy? Like, if I have guys trying to chat to me, why am I going to give up my time to somebody that's just not up there?
So what is the right energy?
The right energy. Do you know what? The best way to explain it is when someone comes and chat to me, I can feel their vibe, their aura. Don't be too thirsty. I had a guy sweeping the floor in Shoreditch. He's like, "You're too beautiful. Let me clean the streets." I said, "That's embarrassing. Move out my way." Like, you know what I mean? Like, that energy's
But at the
whack.
same time,
Wait, hold on, pause. You're not gonna just go past that like that, fam. You said you had a man sweeping the street.
We were in Shoreditch. I was with two of my friends. This guy was like, "Sorry, stop." And I was thinking, what the hell was going on? And he started. He went on his knees and started sweeping. He said, "I've got
That's wild.
I was gonna- my
promise
next
you."
question was going to be, where was the broom in it?
That's wild. That's wild.
No. I promise you, he went and he did this, and he was just like, "I have to clean it." I was just like, "This is embarrassing."
Yeah, it's too much. That's way too much.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that is...
that energy
Do
is
you know
whack.
what? Yeah, do you know what? I blame social media.
Why?
Because there's lost,
uncle,
there's
what
lost,
uncle, fam?
no, do you know why? There's lost gifts. No, because once upon a time it was alright to see a girl, go up to her and chirp her. But now if you do that, you're thirsty.
Do you remember?
No, but there's a way. There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it.
Yeah,
Do you
I
remember?
don't know.
But in
There's a man. You don't get on your
There
knees
is a
and start
way, yeah.
sweeping the street.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
But in defense of Dan, do you remember when it was, well, obviously not for us, but in music videos it was cool to put your jacket on a puddle or something like that, and let go walk over. Like, you know them type of stuff.
Literally, fam.
Do you know what I
But
mean?
what I'm trying to say is that if a man was still allowed, in very comments, to go up to a girl and move to her with confidence and whatnot, he would not feel the need to go on his hands and knees and wipe the street, fam.
Yeah.
What is that?
And then 100.
Do you
know what I'm
not feel
saying?
that's
Yeah.
because he's just being extreme? Because you can still go up to girls and
And why
chirp
is he
them.
being extreme?
Because
he's seen
he's just
some
maybe
Nollywood
him.
film, fam.
Maybe him.
That's why he's doing
But
it.
this is what I'm also saying. This is what I'm also saying, yeah. Because at the same time, with you, Jade, you don't like that,
No.
but the next girl might.
Yeah.
And he might
She
have
likes
come
someone
across.
touching-
He might have come
That
across.
same hand that he's going to use to touch her hand.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's up to her then,
But
I
that
guess.
shows. Yeah, but that shows where he's willing to go in order to get you.
Fair.
Like, and that might, and he might have met 10 of the next girl who might like that. Do you know what I mean?
And that's so great for them.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear
Do you know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That's too much for me.
That means they
Still.
belong together. You know?
Hands and knees.
Yeah, no, that's wild. That is wild.
Yeah.
And wiping
Like, I
the street with your hand, where
Like-
dogs.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm
obviously,
saying,
like,
in
we're
the
above
pandemic.
that, fam. We're good.
I respect man's efforts, innit?
It's actually sad.
I don't
you know?
respect the efforts, fam.
Do you
I
respect
can't-
that, bro? You got no.
it's
respect
strict.
that.
So you're
Strip it,
saying
fam.
that? So you're
Strip
saying
it,
that
fam.
there's nothing about men nowadays?
No,
Is there a
it's not-
certain
no,
age
no,
group?
there's
or-
Sorry, yeah, continue because we interrupted. Yeah,
Not,
continue.
there's not,
My
not
fault.
nothing about men, but it's just like they have to have that energy. It's so hard to explain, but do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, let me ask you something.
Yeah, when you know, you know.
Let me ask you
Is it
something.
big dick
Yeah,
energy?
I have
Is
to
that
be
what they call it?
nervous. I have to be nervous.
Or
You
is
have
it
to make
just
me like,
confidence?
Yeah, because
yeah.
you've never been around a guy like that. You're if you like them, you're nervous. Like, and if you're not nervous, you don't like her.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You just answered my question. I was gonna say, no, give me an example of a time where you've been approached by a guy,
Yeah.
and you felt like you felt mad vulnerable, like nervous, and give me an example.
The last person, like honestly, is probably my ex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the only like.
And what was
What
the
was it
setting?
about him? Yeah,
give me like how did it happen?
He
I'm
was so.
interested.
Do you know what? So chill, easy vibe, and it's just like, who is this guy? That
So
the
was it the mysteriousness of him?
Yeah, no, quite literally. I'm just like, gasp.
So it's not the sort of, you don't like when somebody's too forward,
I
but
hate-
you like when they're just like.
Just cool with it.
Yeah,
chill.
just chill.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
almost not interested, but still interested.
Yeah, I did-
Mr. Cool, basically.
Yeah.
Mr. Cool,
Yeah,
like.
cool, calm and collected kind of thing.
a mysterious.
But then somebody will say that person ain't got no backbone.
Why?
Nah, you wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Why? No, why?
No, I'm saying some people will say that.
Okay,
They're like,
but why?
no, because they'll be like, oh, he's too quiet. Oh, he's not chasing me. Or blah blah.
No,
This
they
is what
still
we see.
chase. You still chase, but you go about it a different
There's a way to go.
Yeah,
I think there's a way to go about it.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
But when they know
But
they got
I
it,
do
they
hear
got
you though,
it.
Dan.
And it's
I
not
do
sweeping the
because
floor.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's not sweeping the
Jess,
floor,
what do
man.
you think about the? What's the question?
Why are you so underwhelmed by men of this generation?
I think guys just come with the same thing all the time, and I'm like sick of hearing the same thing all the time from different guys.
What's the same
Your
thing?
DMs must be packed. Yeah. That's No, but no. It's what I'm saying. As a female,
okay, what's the same thing?
But
then?
just like ignore it because it's like I've heard this like 10 times or something. Like it's just compliments. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just. Or I just don't like the way certain guys speak as well, like just too road, like when they're DMing me. I don't know, it's hard.
You can hear them through the text.
I'm really picky.
Yo, G.
Yo, babe.
You're nice still.
You're right. Still, you know.
Yeah,
What are you saying? You want a G?
I get that.
Hey, Aaron, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go on. Go on.
I feel like the reason why a lot of women are underwhelmed by men nowadays, is that was the question?
Yeah.
Because a lot of women are underwhelming themselves.
Oof.
Not me, sir.
I feel like
Yeah. All right. So
me just sit.
sometimes what I've come across is that I've been in situations where a woman hasn't maybe expected to find my character, and that's not me being egotistical, but that's she's come across 90% of guys that are a particular way. So sometimes when I've come across with a bit of maybe emotional intelligence and being able to chat about something or being able to kind of like bring something different to the table, it's almost like a deer in headlights.
Do you know what the difference is? You're yourself.
Yeah, but
That's the difference.
I hear that.
But
But
you're not fitting a certain mold. You're just being you're being Aaron.
This is what
You know what
I'm saying. So when I say that girls are underwhelming, I want to ask you, what are you willing to do?
But I think
to
that
have a
when
man?
girls are underwhelming, it's because they're not interested. They're not interested.
No,
like
but-
so
No,
they,
but what I'm saying is that
from a guy's
what
perspective,
factor
I've come across women that are underwhelming, and
Do
they
you know
just
what I
don't
mean?
stimulate me mentally. Like you
Do
just
you
don't.
know what it is? Yeah, it's the underwhelming thing is when they come with the most chat. It's the most chat, and then you get to know them deep, and you realize they can't do
And
nothing.
or sometimes I
But
see
this is
something
it.
on Insta, and I'm just like, bro, like you're not.
But then who is overwhelming?
You're doing something. That's it.
My man sweeping the floor.
it's all about balance.
This is it. You might not like that. Yeah, obviously, you might not like that, but he's showing you what he's willing to do. That might not be him on a normal day, but he's showing you where, if things are rocky or whatever, he's showing you what.
But then again, that's not Jay's preference. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, of course.
Yeah.
Because if he's
But
doing it on
Jay-
day
Jay's
one,
one
what's he
out
doing
of-
on
Out
Yeah,
6 months
that's
down the
what I'm
line.
saying.
Because
He's not doing that 6 months down the line.
We'll see
He's turning into an arsehole
this
6
guy.
months down the line. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and also that used to sweep the floor. That's even more embarrassing. Yeah, you get me? Like, aggravated.
Yeah, then he was just not the one in it. Like,
He's worth the one.
But no, this is a good topic though.
that's just what I feel, because I feel like
I don't know. I think that sometimes a good guy will meet a certain type of girl, and maybe he's doing too much for her, and she doesn't appreciate that. But then she'll go to another
That's
guy.
not how he would like normally act.
But this is
what I'm
what I'm
saying,
saying.
because of the girl you're trying to get. Do you get it?
listen, hold on. All of us, like us four here, have always.
Say it.
Oh, sorry. We got.
Come.
Yeah, speak into the mic.
Don't be scared.
Let me skirt.
My thing is that, for example, this guy that's like, sweeping the floor, whatever. A lot of men, come with mad energy they can't actually like maintain. So I think that's also an issue. Like, don't come, like Mel said, like take me to the shower, but you can't take me to the shower every day. Take time, get to know me. Maybe don't do the most, because one thing I think a lot of women are worried about is that you're coming and being all showy, but can you actually maintain?
Yeah.
That's
But
the
then
thing.
that is a very good point. But then you have the other spectrum of women that expect that anyway.
This is it. I was literally going to say that,
literally
because
say
if
it.
you're
Okay,
going to shard every day, like at one point I'm going to expect you to split the bill or maybe treat me. Now, if you can't treat me to
No,
shard
I'm
as
not even
well,
on that flex, you know. No, not that. I'm just on the flex that. Why is that the expectation straight away?
why from who? From who though?
From either party. Why is it we have to go to the high end? Why are you doing that when you're getting to know someone?
Yeah, but
That's my thing.
I wouldn't do
As
that
you
to
said,
begin
social
with,
media.
but
This
that's what I'm trying to say.
Social
Don't
media.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like nice. I would like to go to nice places. I do.
There's nothing wrong with nice places.
but it's
My
just
thing
it's
is,
there's
from the off bounce.
there's a stage
putting
at which you
pressure on
do, but you don't go straight away. But then I wouldn't do a Nando's.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't. I'm not.
Again,
Do you know what I mean?
Come.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a Nando's, but I'm doing a shard.
Yeah, 100.
And
Go on,
I think that's
Juanita.
like what Aaron's saying, like, don't be taking someone somewhere expensive, then it don't work out, and you get mad. It's like, oh, but I took you here and there. Nobody actually asked you, because like with men love to spend their money to show you. Like, for example, Instagram is a bad example where see people going on holidays, they're partying, they're enjoying life. So you come here thinking that's her lifestyle. Let me match that, but you're not on her lifestyle. So calm down a little bit and be your humble self here. Take her, God knows where. Then don't be mad if it don't work out. Do you understand? can.
Precisely.
Because I feel like a lot of women have been in that situation too many times, especially because of social media.
I can't lie.
And also,
Personally,
Instagram ain't my life. Neither should it be something you take like, yeah, that must be her. You don't know me, so come get to know me how you normally get to know any other person.
100%.
I know some bad boy places that are doing that. I know some bad boy. Sorry, I was gonna say I know some bad boy places that are doing 2-for-1 cocktails, you know, and they're not even all the higher end places. But then you bring your own personality with it, and she has a great time.
This is it. Like I think Aaron especially, because I know, like whenever I ask him for like a bar or something, I'll go to this guy, and he will tell me because he knows the aesthetically pleasing places that are still cheap.
100.
Do you know what I mean? But then, but you know what I mean. But still affordable. But what I'm saying is that I've always grown up saying, I've known for a while, Nando's and Odin, maybe a few. Yeah, I know I can maintain that standard. No. I'm saying I know I can maintain that standard. So at any point, I can go above that. If I go above that, you know that it means something to me. Do you know what I mean? But
facts.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But like I know that if I was at the bottom of the barrel, I know that you just know that I can take you to Nando's and go to Odin.
Yeah,
I love a Nando's.
Hold on. Let me answer these questions. Let me ask Faith first and ask Jetz. Yeah.
You see their reaction when I said what I said. But anyway,
No, but
what would you expect? It's like, say for instance, a first date. Yeah. What would you expect from a guy on a first date?
Bagel King.
Hey, Bagel King, back.
Taking a minute.
What do you expect?
Do you know what? I don't even care for like the shard or all of that. Just take me to like, I don't actually like eating on the first date. Okay. Take me to, let's go have drinks.
Yeah.
Nice vibes. I love a Canary. Let's go Canary Wharf.
Why?
Get some,
Wait.
Because it's close to my house, so if I need to exit, I can leave. Canary Wharf, let's go Canary Wharf. Cute view, very reasonable prices. Like, I don't expect anybody to do for me what I can't do for me. I act on my wage, and I expect the guy to do the same. You get me?
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
But that's very important. But then there's some. This is where the lines get blurred. Yeah.
Hold on, sorry, bro. Let me just go on. Get Jetz's.
I was gonna say that like you can tell someone's vibe by like what they do for their first date or where they'd be like willing to take you. Yeah, like as in that kind of for me is like, okay, yeah, like I would like to do that. Like I wouldn't mind going out with you type of thing, or it's like no. I'm never speaking to you again. But I don't really like, with me I think it's so repetitive doing the drinks thing. I like to actually do activities, so I like mini golf and stuff like that. Like I like to do interactive stuff.
Did you do an assault course?
Escape room or something.
No, but I like to do like different stuff. Like I think we can do that anytime. We can go out for drinks anytime. Do you know what I mean?
Or even if you go out for drinks after that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Like that's alright. Yeah.
My thing is, what was I gonna say? I think this is where the lines get blurred a bit with like men and women, because you've got down to earth women like you lots, self, that's saying that, look, you know what? It's not actually about the most. No, I'm being real, innit? It's not actually about the most expensive places. It's about your vibe. It's about how we connect and whatnot. But then
Canary Wharf,
on the other, but Canary Wharf is nice. There's some nice restaurants.
But it's not all high. It's not all high end.
And it's not. You don't have to. You don't have to go Canary Wharf to go to a bar. You can go for a walk and get to know each other. Do you get what I'm saying? You can go.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
Like Big Easy. It's very affordable. Beautiful views.
But yeah, go. Let me follow on from what you said.
The point I was trying to make is that you've got that spectrum of men and women that are quite chill, and you want to get to know each other first before you even exert yourself to go the extra mile. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's important to establish that connection first. Do you get what I'm saying? But then you have the other spectrum of men and women where it's like, oh, if you're not even thinking about taking me to this place, then don't even talk to me. And then you find that a lot of good guys or maybe good girls are going for those type of people.
I've done that.
And that's how a lot of people get hurt.
Yeah.
I just said Deborah.
And
he said it too.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Because I've done that before. I've done that where I've spoken to someone and I thought to myself, you know what, I've got to do something of a particular level to even get this person's interest.
Yeah.
And then you realise that, like, bro, why was I doing that?
Yeah. I just feel
like not every day at Ivy Asia. Like you don't need to. Like,
I just feel like really and truly, how I am.
Floor, but you know,
if you can't
maintain it.
if you can't take me kind of how I am. Like why am I interested in you? Do you know what I mean?
But the reason why these things happen is because nobody communicates, bro.
Yeah.
Because if you're on the phone but when I was dating, before I went out with someone, I would be on the phone to them every night or whatever to feel that, you know, a little pillow talk. In that time, I'm finding out where you work, I'm finding out where you live, I'm finding out what you like, blah blah blah. So if I suggest to you, right, you know what, let's go out, let's do a little cinema thing, or let's do a little Nando's. You're not gonna be mad with me for saying let's go Nando's. One, because everybody likes Nando's. Let's keep it real. Two, I know that you work in a similar place to me. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're not going to be if you tell me that you want to go to the Shard, I'm going to be looking at you sideways. You work here. Why do you want to go Shard? And you know that I work here. Do you understand where I'm coming from? No, do you see where I'm coming from? What are you playing at?
You know, that even ties into what you said before about, you know, so, like some guys will go for a walk, and and in Canary Wharf, obviously the view's nice, and that would be a date.
That's
obviously,
a date.
But with some girls,
go on, sorry.
With some girls as well, you also have the thing that if I was to go for a walk with a girl, like she wouldn't class it as a date. Do you know what I mean? Like some girls might be like
exercise.
Do you know what I mean? She might just be like maybe it was on our way to somewhere or something.
Yeah. But then that's when you kind of see whether that person's for you or not. Because
that ties into the communication.
Because what I
thing
was gonna say is that I remember someone saying to me that loads of guys have been asking me to go on dates of like walking, like going for like walks in the park or something like that. Like lockdown's ended, like you can't invite me somewhere else, like out for a restaurant and that. And it was a problem to her. It was a problem that that a guy wanted to go for a walk with her. Now it's not lockdown anymore. Like we can do something. We can go out and we can do something. So again, you take that perspective. But then
see, if that's what she wants, if the guy suggests to me go for a walk, why don't you just suggest? Why don't we go somewhere to eat? It's called communication.
This is my issue. This is my issue.
Yeah. I'll give your opinion.
No, what I was gonna say is that the level of effort in the beginning tells me how interested you are. So if you want to just go for a walk and we can go for drinks, then maybe you're not that interested.
No, but
Can I
missed the point. You missed the point.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is, what this coronavirus pandemic has taught us is that we need to accept the simple things.
Yeah, but you can be simple. You don't have to.
So I don't know what
you're going missing.
I don't know what your relationship status is, but obviously people in relationships had to find other ways of entertaining each other, going for walks. No, so but what I'm saying, but hold on. But then hold on. You said starters you mean to go on, no?
No, it was somebody else.
Oh, they weren't you.
It was somebody else.
So if I so hold on. In the pandemic, how's someone going to show you that they're interested? Where are they going to take you?
Didn't they say the pandemic was over? Not pandemic was over.
The pandemic was over. No, you're right.
The lockdown was done.
Yeah,
so things are opening up.
There's things to do now.
Before that, like during this,
we can do a picnic. Why we have to go for a walk?
Yeah, picnic. You can run the picnic. I'd rather picnic.
So you're saying that if he does a picnic now, you'll be alright.
Yeah, but then I'm saying maybe I'm missing the point. But I'm just saying, effort just walking.
I agree.
You could say, let me go to the supermarket and get some, like picnic stuff, and we can have a picnic and sit and chat.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
That's wicked. But my point was,
cheap, right?
I was using a walk as an example. Do you get where I'm coming from? I was using a walk as an example. But as you're communicating, you guys talk. So when you talk, you will find out, okay, what do you want to do? Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes somebody might just want to go for...
One thing I have to say, Dan, is that I understand there's people that don't want to go for certain intimate situations because they don't want to be that intimate with that person. I would rather go out... Some people would rather go out for loud environments.
You communicate... But my point is you communicate that. So before you go on your first date, you communicate where you're going, but you both know you're within your means. So there's no space for sort of a disappointing start.
Do you know what that is? But that's in an ideal world, I feel.
It's not an ideal world.
Do you know? Let me say why I think that's an ideal world. Yeah, no problem. It's because when you meet someone, you are almost kind of trying to match the expectations of what you almost think. And don't get me wrong, I know you can have conversations with someone, you can speak to them every single day, but first impressions do count, and you do want to make sure that you're going somewhere.
My point is that you're
I'm trying to
You
say.
lot are not. I'm not saying you lot are wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. But you're missing my point, man. You're missing my point. My point is that when you're communicating over the phone before you get to that first date, you will decide where you go. So whether it's first impression, whether you're going for a picnic or whatnot, what you do on the picnic will be your first impression. So you might decide to get expensive, whatever. You might decide to cook and say, look, this is what I'm doing, blah, blah. It depends on what you're doing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Are you saying basically what you're trying to say is that from having these phone conversations, you've now come to understanding of where like we are now on this page, this is what we're going to go and do together.
Yeah, this is it. And then you put your best foot forward there. Do you see what I'm saying?
But
you don't have to go forward. That was an example, innit?
She's not on a walk.
You see what I'm saying? So for me, whatever, but get to know each other so you can be within your means and enjoy yourself properly. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just lazy.
Personally,
I was going to say, the one thing I was going to say, besides all of that, is that sometimes us guys have gone on a walk with a girl because we've not really sussed her out enough yet, and we want to go on a walk to see if you are suitable for the date.
So you people take girls on walks to test them.
It was an example.
Because you go for a walk, I don't know you, and we're going for a walk.
Yeah,
but I want to see if I mean, it could be during the day. During a sunny day. Sometimes you want to go for a walk to kind of just suss out, like,
I said walk.
are you? It's your fault.
No, do you know why? Because I feel like everyone's concentrating on the walk, but not concentrating on what was being said.
No, I get what you're saying.
I do hear you.
That's what they
So-
like, so you...
You know, but before you get to that place, whether it's a walk, a picnic, or a restaurant, or whatever, you would have established that that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
When you get there,
Hence
then you
why
put your
half
best
of
foot
these
forward.
Yeah.
You know, when you get there, you pay for you're putting your best foot forward. I'm gonna pay for you. You order what you
Sorry,
want.
if you're going for a walk and a
See what I'm
picnic
saying?
as a guy, you better bring all the
yeah.
But it's all about the vibe that you have.
the whole ice box with the wine and thing.
It's all about the vibe that you have. If you have a lady that's sort of maybe higher maintenance and she likes the nicer things, then and you're willing to do that with her because you like her, go do it. But if you have a lady that's a bit more down to earth,
It'd be nice if she brought a bottle of wine, yeah.
do you see what I'm saying? But if you have a lady that's a bit more down to earth and she says, you know what, maybe I want to go arcade or I want to do bowling first, so we have a bit of fun.
You
See what
love
I'm saying?
that, innit?
Do you see what I'm saying? But you can still put your best foot forward there. You say, all right, babe, I'm going to get in the drinks. You see what I'm saying? Or I'm going to take you out to eat afterwards. Or just do
always put your best foot forward.
communication.
A guy that meets a girl who is happy to do the simpler things at times, he will go all out. I don't know your experiences of guys that want to do those things, but
sorry, man, I don't know who upset you. But there's good guys out there telling you.
because sometimes if I know a woman wants to do the more simpler things at times, I'll do it. We're like, yeah, come on, there you go.
Word.
I heard that.
Alright, so girls, a nice question for you to answer. Why do you think some men find it attractive to tell a girl that they want to have a baby with them?
Why men do that?
Yeah. Why do you think it's attractive? Why do you think a man would say that to you? To tell you that they're attracted to you?
What?
Why do they do that?
Why do they tell you they want
Because
to have a
they're
baby?
attracted to you.
Yeah, why do you think a man would
Because
say
you
that?
have features that they want in their kid.
That's a legit answer.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, sorry, go on.
No, that's it.
Yeah,
like,
well, I was gonna say, like, being mixed race as well. I've had girls that said that to me. They were like, "Oh, yeah, because I want my kids to have curly hair or something." I was like, "What
That's
are you
giving me
about?"
fetish vibes.
It's almost like a not a fetish. Maybe it is a fetish.
Yeah, maybe I think
It's
it's a
definitely
fetish.
a fetish.
Yeah, I would.
That's weird, family. That's
If
a
someone's
whole
telling you
genetic
they
thing,
want you,
gives me the ick.
Yeah, that's fetish. Yeah,
If a man,
We should talk about that as well.
You say what? Red
that's
flag?
a major red flag. That
Yeah,
says a
if
lot
it's
about
like
a person.
early as well.
Yeah. No, not having children. If they say, "Oh, I want my babies to have your curly hair," and they're not the same race as you,
can I ask a
take
question?
your bags and run.
When they're
Can I ask a
like,
question
they're
for the
literally
guys?
like, we need to have kids, you know. No, when did I say I want to have kids with you?
Yeah, fair.
They're just trying to trap
Yeah,
you.
that sounds like a
line.
trap door, fam.
Yeah, can't lie.
Anyway,
That
let me
has
ask a
happened to
question
me
for the
as
guys.
well.
Yeah.
Careful, you know. Careful, Jetz.
Yeah, that's
Have you guys ever
almost.
said you want to have kids during sex?
No.
No.
What?
I was drunk, fam.
Somebody said to me, I want to have your babies, and then their legs get a bit tired. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no. Do you know what? No.
Come
I
on,
remember,
man.
someone else was like, raw. I want to have your baby. I was like, yeah, I want to have my baby too. But I just said it because she said it. Like,
She might be like that. To her, that's a binding contract.
That's a whole
Yeah,
human.
she's like, yeah, I'm
Hopefully
ready.
he lives to 80, you know.
I'll be honest.
but the next day you got the
I'll be
mom.
honest. I had a situation where I just thought, like, literally in that moment, I calculated. I was like, "You'd be a good mom, but you would love, like, this child would be great, like." Future Prime Minister.
I do hear you, fam.
You know what I mean? I was like, yeah,
Too sweet.
footballer,
Too
little
sweet.
Marcus Rashford. Like, I was just like, yeah.
Too
You
sweet,
know what? Why not? Why not? What's the worst that can happen?
Do you know what? Yeah. Now you've said it. I haven't said it, but the thought. Like,
Oh yeah,
why
yeah,
not?
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting as well. I was waiting to work,
bro.
I was like,
Being
you can have my
waved,
kids.
being waved, and
It's different.
And when that comes into your head, it's long.
Especially when it's sweet.
Yeah, sweet. You start saying all sorts.
Every stroke. Oh my goodness.
Like, give me twins.
And it's like.
Like, give me trips.
It's like you lose all composure. Like you lose yourself. It's like, what? I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I'll do it in the morning. So have you guys never
In the
heard?
morning, you're sweating.
Have you?
Have you guys never
Has the guy ever
experienced
said that to you? But also been in a situation.
What, having sex?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
You never
cool.
heard, like,
You're saying that they want to have your baby, then when you say
either that or
I've been told that
During?
no. Whilst like sober conversations.
Okay.
Yeah, same, but not during sex.
Yeah.
And how did you feel? How did you feel about it?
I was like, Ronnie's getting rid of this guy.
It's time to go.
You're not ready for that.
No, I
Have you
literally
ever-
just finished uni. I was just like, this guy's
Oh
crazy,
yeah, that's too
man.
early, man.
Yeah,
No,
I need
just
to-
like
like
no, just
21. I'm talking 21.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
Like,
I was like,
if it
you
happens,
have
it happens. But if you, like planning and that, like
No,
not live
yeah.
life.
I've got another question to ask the girls.
I had one. Yeah, go on, go on.
Alright. How would you feel if your fiance? Actually, hold on. No, we'll flip it. Actually, for the guys.
Yeah,
It's for the guys. Yeah, it's for the guys, isn't it? How would you feel if your fiance didn't want to take your last name? And our time's changing. Is that can we normalise that?
There's no way you can't take my
Yeah,
last name.
you have to, man.
There's actually no way.
No, like,
Why am I doing? Why am I doing
I can't
this?
lie,
yeah.
Why am I doing this? You might as well stay as
If
boyfriend
my
and
woman
girlfriend.
didn't want to take my
100%.
last name, partially, I'm gonna feel a little bit like.
I'll feel away.
Do you know what? My last name's not bad though. Like if it was a long name and everything, I'd be like, yeah, cool.
I don't care what it is. You have to take.
My last name's double
You
barrel.
take me with the last name.
Give me the whole alphabet.
The most I would do is double barrel, but my name's
Yeah,
double
double
my
barrel.
last name's double barrel, so you can't triple barrel it. So you have to
technically
take
you can.
Triple barrel.
You
You
can,
can't
but
triple barrel.
you can.
Yeah, no, I don't mind the double barrel thing, but it has to be in there
You can,
somewhere.
fam.
My name's got to be there somewhere.
To be fair,
My surname is Copeland Brown.
and I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Don't ask me why, but I've searched it that you can triple and quadruple barrel names.
That's mad.
I would rather you.
I know it's dumb. I know it's dumb, but I don't, yeah, it's just one.
Do you know what it is? It takes away. I feel like it takes away from the sort of intimacy of the union, innit? I don't mind. Like if I had on my birth certificate it's Brown, yeah. But if someone wanted to double barrel that, I wouldn't mind.
I'm changing your contact to my phone. Man.
Yeah, no,
Huh?
I didn't know that.
changing
No,
your
but
contact to my phone.
I changed it legally though. a couple
Okay,
years
fair,
ago.
fair.
I just because my mum. That's
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Not to put my business out there.
Yeah.
But that's how it is.
Yeah.
But I think, like, what's the point of you? I'll ask you to marry me, so I want you to take my last name. Do you get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we're one unit now.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you don't take my name, we're not really like a unit. Does that make sense?
Do you know what's
Yeah.
interesting? Yeah, to share a personal story of mine. When my parents aren't together now, but when they did get married, at the time, my mum didn't take my dad's last
Swear down.
name. She didn't take his last name.
She told you why?
Do you know what? That's an interesting question. Actually, I'll ask her. But I think it was more so. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why. But I never really second guessed it. My dad always wanted my mum to kind of take that name at marriage, as you would as a man.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because my mum's so independent. I didn't even really second guess it. I was just like, you do your thing.
Would you
You do your thing,
No,
girl.
I'll take his last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when I'm with
Regardless
someone.
of what it is.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, Martins.
Listen, I kid you not.
Yeah,
I've dated guys with
Mad
interesting,
names.
I would say interesting to be respectful, interesting last names. I take it if I fucks with you like that. Like if that's my man, then I'll take it all the way now.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I hear you.
What about you, Jetz?
I would, but like that's my thing about like the name.
It needs to. It needs to balance.
Because my name's unique.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean?
You can't have like
It's got
have like
a ring or something.
Jetz
Yeah, like my name's lit, Jetz Ballesteros, like, but Jet Smith or something.
Jet Smith doesn't sound too bad, you know.
I can't lie. Your first name is unique enough that you're.
That's why my
like,
kids have some
Ballesteros.
unique names because my name's unique. Like I don't know,
I think though, like,
but it's superficial. Isn't
Would you have a
it?
double
It's
barrel
quite-
name then?
Yeah, then I would. Yeah.
Okay.
But then,
I can work
I
with
think
double barrel.
with that, you would like for you, it would have to sound good being double barrel, didn't it? You couldn't
No,
just be
no, but-
Ballesteros. I don't know.
Thomas.
Kiwi.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. It has to have a
It's
nice
the woman's
ring
name
to
that
it.
comes first in it, or the.
I think
Yeah,
it's
the woman's name
name
and then the
man.
man's
Yeah.
name.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not against the double barrel thing.
No,
if you want to keep your name but double barrel with mine,
Yeah, so my name's
Yeah.
in there in some
name's
You know what I'm
way.
saying?
Then
Because
cool.
mine's double
Yeah.
barreled already. You have
Yeah.
to take
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You have to take it.
He said that's
You know
space
what I'm
is
saying?
taken
There's no
already.
space. But
Yeah.
My middle name.
Do you know? I don't actually think there's anything
No, I don't.
wrong with a woman not wanting to take the man's name, but why wouldn't you?
But a man can deem
I
that
feel
as
like
a
in this
as
whole
offensive,
unity, you're talking about unity. You're
Yeah.
then meant to
combine
That's
as
what I'm
one.
saying. So
combine, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't you? I don't. Like personally, I would want you to take my last name.
Yeah, man, let me ask
It's
you
not
something.
negotiable, really. But if you didn't really want to, why not?
Question why, yeah.
Do you get what I'm
I'm
saying?
just
Why-
thinking-
why
Let me
not?
ask you
Okay,
something.
alright, go
If you're man, them innit?
Yeah.
If you had girls, yeah, and they came to you and said like, "Raw, look, take my last name."
Say my last name.
What are you saying?
no.
Marriage thing. I'm just like, "Raw, like, cool.
I
wanna
like
get
my
married to
name,
you.
I can't lie.
I want to get married to you, but this is something that you see yourself for the rest of your life." And it's like, "Raw, cool. Like, I want to get
That
married
even
to
makes
you.
sense to me,
Take
man.
my last name. What are you doing?"
I'm saying no because I like my name, but then equally I'd give
She
them the
ain't getting
same
an answer
energy
from
that
me.
she liked her name. I'd be like, fair. Let's double barrel it.
I don't care, nah. Because for
Why would
me,
you get answer from me?
yeah,
Take
for
my
me,
last
like
name.
it's like I want what's it called? I want my legacy to live on. Do you know what I mean? So therefore, like I'm not changing my name. Like no, fam,
Okay, 'cause I want my
legacy's
kids to
not
have
there.
this one part of my last name.
So if they said, "Alright, cool," then double barrel your thing as well.
What,
Why would they
double barrel
want you to?
mine?
So it's both double barrel, so it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fair
Yeah,
for me.
if I'm marrying someone, yeah, but at that point,
Would you-
like,
would you-
that's
would
a
you
level of
accept that?
love that, yeah, I would at that level.
Yeah, no, same. I would do that
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Would you accept that one?
I don't think so. No.
Would you accept
My
that?
name's already double barreled. I'm not doing that again.
True.
Go on,
So
so
my question was, what if, whichever one, like your name, the guy's name, what if it's got like a bad history, or like bad press or bad things in the news?
Like what?
Or
Like what name?
anything.
What name
Like,
could
you
have bad history?
You could have like a murder in your family that's been out there.
Not a
So
murder.
you just wanna keep that name.
Who's a paedophile? What's that?
Jimmy Savile. Savile.
Yeah, imagine if your name's
Say
Steven
Savile.
Savile.
There's a whole agency out there called Savills.
You're a dickhead.
There's a whole agency out there called Savills.
Asians.
No, like
Oh
construction.
yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
like,
that doesn't
yeah.
bother me
One
as
name,
much.
one name, because it's linked to one bad person doesn't mean that it tears you down. Because
You'd actually be
a lot of
surprised.
people- no, but a lot of people might have that name as
I
well.
think in
No,
the
but
society that we live in
it could lose
today.
your opportunities.
Yeah.
I think in the society that we live in today.
Yeah,
Because
it
they
could-
want to go in life. If you've got a certain way you want to like lead, for example, you want to get into TV and shit, and then your name might have like bad. What is it? A bad stain on it.
Yeah, I can't lie.
Are you taking a CV
But
from
what if
James
the name's?
Savile?
What if the name is quite
No,
popular?
you're probably not. Let's be honest. Yeah, 110%.
Places in the world that was
Yeah, I
like,
mean.
no, I'm not gonna fuck with that name for whatever
So
reason.
okay, for example, in recently about a month ago, or whatever, Noel Clark was in the press for the wrong thing. But Clark is a common name.
Yeah, but
Do you
that,
get-
because it's common, is like
But that's what-
Savile's.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
Savile's not common.
Yeah, that was not
Depends
common,
how
yeah.
common the name is. Maybe if it's common, that cancels it out. But what if it's
Like
not?
Smith.
Yes, yeah.
Like, for example, Jetz's name, and then now your name has a stain on it. Unfortunately, it's that unique that whoa, that's an issue.
Exactly.
You don't want to have that chance to change it and be like, I'm gonna
Crushed up.
That's another perspective on it still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's another.
because when you hear
perspective.
Clark, what's the first thing you think of?
Everybody.
No.
Yeah, exactly. I think of a Bashment song or some shit.
Well, I think of my cousins.
Clark.
Some of their songs.
Yeah. Nobody's thinking, oh no, Clark. Oh, yeah.
that's right,
But when you hear Savile, what's the first thing you think of?
I think of
man.
I think of the construction because I work in
I get what you mean. Like, you see it.
I see it all the time. So like.
And you'd be so surprised when people are picking out CVs and all that.
Yeah.
If they like, for example, we were like choosing someone to come in as a PA, and they're like, "Nah, that girl she's got the same name as somebody else. It's gonna confuse me. I don't want her." But her CV looks great.
And that
you'd
was
be
it.
so that's it. You're
Wow.
gone.
No, but that's how it is.
You'd be so surprised. You'd be so the things you'd be so surprised.
That's crazy.
It means a lot.
I was gonna flip it a little bit and talk about something else.
Go on, flip it, man.
Shall I flip it?
Flip
it, man. Flip it and
All right,
reverse.
so this might be a bit controversial, yeah, but do you lot think situationships work?
Yeah.
And if so, for how long? For how long? For how long?
They're not a long time situation.
Yeah, no, it's a short thing.
It's always a short thing.
And you know it's going to be a
Do you think you
know
can
it's gonna
be in a
be short.
situationship with someone and then be friends, or do you think it always has to end in some sort of like you both
No,
go
you can be
separate ways?
friends.
be friends, yeah. It can be
It depends where you are.
No, you don't.
But
no,
what
you're
if
not
it's
friends,
a
though.
situationship and you
No,
like
you can
fall
be
in
civil.
love?
But this is what I'm saying.
that's it.
If you go that way, that's
You need to
brilliant.
not
I
fall
feel
in love.
like, and
You need to
I feel
not.
like
You need to not fall in
situationships
love.
are just there's no, like if you're doing your thing, do your thing.
There's no
Don't put
end.
a
Like, what's the
situationship.
point?
Yeah.
No, do you know why? Because
Bit of
one
fun.
person, I know people say they don't, but one person always catches
There's
feelings.
always one.
And it's a
It
hindrance.
depends.
Mainly the girls.
Hindrance.
Mainly the girls. that
Mainly
lie to
that's very
themselves.
debatable.
Typically, they go
That's-
back. Sometimes they don't.
No, it
Sometimes
depends
they
on
don't.
emotional intelligence.
Yeah, because
I feel
sometimes
like-
they don't.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's the guy.
It is a guy. Trust me, I
I
would
said
know.
mainly.
Sometimes it's a guy, but even then, it's a hindrance. That's a hindrance. I'm not gonna lie. Before I met my partner, I was out here, innit? But
Speak your truth, sir.
nah, I have to be real. But it's like them things there, situationships. It's just headache, fam.
It's headache.
It's
fam.
headache.
I think they're only as much a headache as you want them to be sometimes.
No, because I feel
Well, someone in the same way.
sometimes.
Communication.
I feel like
I
a guy
understand,
can
fam.
be more time. Yeah, I said more time. Okay, so don't come
Fair.
to me.
Okay.
Yeah, so more time, a guy can be
Disclaimer.
comfortable with that situationship being in this bubble. Yeah, whereas the girl will be in this bubble, but then at some point she wants to move on. At some point she wants to get to somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then that's when the headache comes, because if you're there chilling in a relation or in a situationship and you're like, I don't know where this is going, then you're gonna be alright with it. But a girl's gonna be like, nah, start hitting you with bare questions, bare scenarios. Oh, so if I was your girl, you know what I mean?
Even if you don't communicate that far deep, it's
Yeah.
always a problem. Remember that time was in a certain place at uni, and you might have to bleep out a couple of things.
Yeah,
Go on, just do
But
it. Say it.
I had left a certain place to go somewhere to go and get something, and then somebody reacted a certain way. Do you remember?
Okay,
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Go on, just carry the story.
But it's like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry. But it's like the headache that comes with it afterwards as well when they start. Like, you've not spoken about nothing. You've just done what you're doing.
This is it.
And everybody knows this is it. But for whatever reason, you can't let go. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that happens a lot between situations, whether it's the boy or the girl. Do you get what I'm saying? And that for me is just headache. Because suppose like you've done whatever now, you're all in the same vicinity and you're talking to someone else.
Yeah.
But you can feel someone's eyes drilling into the back of your head.
Yeah.
And that person can feel that person looking as well.
Yeah.
So they're just ruining the whole operation. Do you see what I'm saying?
But this is
It's
it. Because in a
there's no
situationship,
point.
there's a lot of cloud for miscommunication, and
I
where
think you
there's
just need to be honest from the
miscommunication.
beginning.
Yeah, but when
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
miscommunication,
definitely. That's what I'm saying,
allows for you to
communicate.
just
Right,
pick
you
up
can
wherever you
communicate
want.
about. I
Yeah.
think you'll be fine.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think so.
Communication stops a lot of things.
Yeah.
So maybe
Stops
up
a lot
to
of things.
maybe up
100%.
to a certain point. Maybe
I
up to
feel
a certain
like with
point.
situationships, well, for me anyways, if you're in that situation, the person that you're in that situation with, you can't view to be like a possible partner. Like, I can't, if I'm in a situationship with a guy, I don't see you as my husband.
You know,
I
just
don't
know
see you
what
as
it
someone.
is.
Why are you doing this? What are we here for?
What we here for?
Because maybe
I'm
they
not
want
ready
to
for
as
a
well.
relationship.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm doing what I'm working. I'm thinking, but I want to have
energy on
because
that?
sometimes I
Yeah,
want to have a
but
good time.
that's not fair. That's not
Yeah,
fair.
no, like if
I don't think that's
completely-
fair though, Sean.
You want to
Why?
go out with a guy, not a girl.
Yeah,
Because
like I want,
sometimes-
I want to have some fun sometimes, or like do
Male
little cute date
company.
things, but I don't want to
Yeah.
commit to that person.
And we
I'm
do
allowed
that as
to do
well.
that.
As guys, we do that.
And I think it's unfair. I personally think it's unfair. I
But
think
how
it's
about if
unfair
both
the
of
way
you
that
guys
we
know
do
where
it
it
sometimes.
is?
Yeah,
If you both know what it is, then why is
But
that
then,
unfair?
but okay,
Because it's not going to stop me from being my
somebody
husband. I tell you that for a fact.
always, or somebody always then
Gets the wrong end of the
gets
stick somewhere.
exactly, and as
This is
soon
why
as
there's
get
so much
caught.
hurt people in the
Yeah,
world. It's not no joke.
This is why we have them.
Sorry, say that again.
This always. Why is it always somebody has to catch feelings?
Sometimes they don't.
It's not always
99%
like
of the
that.
times it
It's
is
not.
though. Let's be honest.
Okay, no, sometimes it is. I won't be ignorant to the fact. But
That's still a lot.
Okay, but
90, if
do you know what?
I'm
Even if someone
80,
doesn't say it,
Because like we have like we're in control of our feelings. Like,
I've caught feelings.
You can take a step back.
I've caught feelings, but I've not said nothing.
Asked about that.
I've not said nothing, but I've had to hold it.
But you
to hold
can.
it.
But you can. But a girl.
I let it go, but
I'm not.
it's still,
I'm not saying
there's
a
someone's
girl
still been
can't, but
affected.
most
You know what I'm
girls
saying?
can't.
when I've
That's what
caught
my
feelings, I've
opinion
stepped back. If I've ever caught feelings, I've stepped back.
I
So
can't
you
lie.
ever
There's been
wasted?
some situations
No,
I felt
because-
burnt.
No, because you can catch feelings for someone that you know is not good for you. I feel like it comes down to emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
I'm emotionally intelligent enough to understand that this is not good for me. This is not going to go anywhere.
doing it in the first
That's why I
place?
step back.
Good for you.
If it's a situation where I know it's not good for me, I step back. And I'm just like, I need to leave now because this is not. This can turn into something that's not healthy. So I step away.
yeah, you can't.
And that's what it is. Yeah, no, I won't put myself through quote unquote heartbreak for a situation.
It's never that
That's
deep
very
as heartbreak,
off-brand.
man. You can't be, but you can still feel
I've
bad.
gotten myself invested before.
Yeah, you can get
into a
invested.
Yeah, that's the
situation.
biggest- that's the
I'll
biggest
be honest.
mistake.
Yeah, I have.
Now, even when there is
I
communication,
can be-
sometimes people.
Well, then
Yeah,
this-
sometimes
exactly,
people
so
fake
then-
it.
Exactly, but
That's why you need to step back
keep yourself
sometimes.
to yourself, man. Do it already, because sometimes it's long. Some people can't handle it, and
This is
it's
fam.
mad.
One day
If you
you
can
go-
handle it, if you can hold it, then
If you can handle
do
it,
your
then
thing.
that's fine.
Why have you never been in a situationship? All this chat, you've been there before.
yeah, but I've grown from that, and I know I shouldn't have been in them.
And how old are you?
28.
You can't say
That's probably-
you can't
that's
say you
why.
shouldn't have been because it's part of. Right,
Yeah, it's part of
life.
growing.
It is
Yeah,
part
you
of life.
understand
So
who
if
you are
I-
as
yeah,
a
if I
person.
shouldn't have been.
There's one
Yeah,
cause
but if I had it,
I felt
yeah, but
bad.
obviously if I had it different,
Now to
if I had
hold
it
it,
different,
because it was my
I
fault.
wouldn't have
It was
been.
my fault.
If I, it's like, if
But
honestly,
is it because you learned something from that
Uni.
situation?
Huh?
Is it because
because
you learned?
really and truly,
It was.
What? It was horrible.
I don't
but
think
it was
it
my
actually-
fault. It was my fault.
I won't lie and say that it didn't teach me anything, but
Everything.
I think everything
because
can be a
everything
teachable
can-
moment.
yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like I could have done without that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you know
always
not to
feel
go
like it.
back into that.
But has it had a negative impact in your life any type of way, or,
Yeah, but
or
the
have
one-
you? Would you go into something new with an open mind, thinking like, right, okay, cool, this happened before, like I can kind of take something from this and put it into this kind of thing. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I'll go into situations. Like I could go to a situation and think like anything can happen. Anything's a possibility. Do you know what I mean? And obviously that's
And then-
come
yeah,
that's
but
come
then-
from me being in other situations.
Exactly.
But
You gotta know yourself, man.
Yeah,
That's what
You
it
do
is.
have to know
that's
yourself.
what I feel like
You
I
gotta
was
know
doing.
yourself.
That's what comes
Because
down
as you
to.
said, yeah, some of the headache that I've been in, fam, for no reason, fam.
It's
I'm doing
actually-
coursework.
You think to yourself, why did I do this? You start regretting it. Why? What made
It's
you
almost
go
like you have a
pursue that?
conversation with yourself. You're like, right, why did I do that, man?
No,
Like,
like,
I didn't need to be
no,
doing
until
that.
you start pay, like.
But you know
Until you
what?
start chatting to yourself, like, why did I do that? Boy.
We're gonna have to leave it there. though.
Yeah, we
Well,
leave it
that's
there.
what
Kai. We don't need to
Listen,
go
I love
into
it.
details.
I love it. I love it. Thank you to our special guests,
Yeah.
Jetz and Jay.
And Jay.
Round of applause to them
Thank
as well.
you.
Come on,
Round of applause.
come on.
Come on.
Honestly, I know we say this here, but please come on again because
Yeah, man,
come
it
on.
doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't feel like enough because there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just go
Yeah.
on and on and on.
I have to start limiting things to like one topic or something.
The segue.
We could
Two
talk for
max.
days about one
That's just
situation.
us, though, innit? We'll sit and chat for time.
Yeah.
Sit and chat for days. But yeah, you've been here with Aaron.
But man, like you go, fam. Because like I don't know, I was second last time. Yeah, just go, fam.
Just kid, bro. Man, like shapes.
Man like shoes.
Man like DCB, aka Chargy D, aka Anguman Dan, under the sycamore tree.
Yes,
clean.
we are out.
And we are out.
Pull it.
Just hold on. So actually, do you know what? I'll do it.
Clap.
Yeah, safe. Bro, I'll make you something. Bro, am I moving mad? Yeah. You trying to run it now?
Not you.
It wasn't close.
No, it's alright. Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry.
What have you...
Hey, this is just me, innit? I'm sorry.